Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to discuss topic 29, that is efficient potassium use. When you look into syllabus, you will see there written efficient phosphorus and potassium use. In topic 29 we are going to discuss efficient potassium use, and in the next topic, that is topic 30, we will discuss efficient phosphorus use. I hope you all understand it. So we are going to discuss first of all what is potassium fixation. Potassium fixation. So conversion of freshly applied potassium or soil solution potassium to fixed or non-exchangeable forms that can't be extracted with neutral salts is referred as or called as potassium fixation. So conversion of freshly applied potassium or soil solution potassium to fixed or non-exchangeable forms that can't be extracted with neutral salts is called potassium fixation. It is maximum in 2:1 clays, particularly with high amount of elite. The fixation is nearly absent in soils dominated by kaolinite, chlorite and unweathered micas. Slight in Montmorillonite. This is Montmorillonite, and substantial in elite and high in vermiculite dominant soils. For the clay, elite, vermiculite and weathered mica, the different absorption, site can be distinguished. These sites are planar surfaces at the edge of layers and interlayer spaces. interlayer spaces. So this is how you can go right about the potassium fixation. Hope you all understand it. Now what are the factors affecting potassium fixation? Keep making notes. Your notes are Brahmastra. More than 90% of questions will be directly from your notes. So keep making notes, keep revising it. That will help. Factors affecting potassium fixation. Potassium fixation or K fixation. So the first factor is clay minerals. Elite, weathered mica and vermiculite take part in K fixation. But 1:1 type of clays don't fix potassium. So what are 1:1 type of clays like? Kaolinite. So elite, weathered micas and vermiculite take part in potassium fixation and readily fix it, but the 1:1 type of clays such as kaolinite don't fix K. Second point is soil reactions. K fixation capacity can be reduced. K fixation capacity can be reduced by presence of Al3 plus and Al minus hydroxide cations. So the Al3 plus and Al minus hydroxide cations can reduce K fixation capacity. Next is cation exchange capacity. Cation exchange capacity, that is CEC. Fine texture soils have higher CEC, higher cation exchange capacity, and hold more exchangeable K, and hold more exchangeable K. Concentration of added K. Increasing the concentration of K plus in soil, increasing concentration of K plus in soils, high fixing capacity, encourages greater fixation. When you increase the concentration of K plus in soils, it will encourage greater fixation of K. Now moving on to next point, that is this wetting and drying. Wetting and drying, that is soils with high exchangeable K plus on drying will result in fixation due to air drying. Freezing and thawing. Of moist soils, mini release may release fixed K. Subsoil K and rooting depth. Exchangeable K varies with depth. Exchangeable K varies with depth. Then we have got soil temperature. Higher temperature favors high K fixation. Calcium and magnesium, these are exchangeable cations. Cation of a smaller size of hydrated ions can easily enter into clay lattices and replace some of fixed potassium. So these are the factors affecting potassium fixation. Now moving on to potassium in next topic, that is potassium in soils. So there are three types of potassium in soil. First of all is unavailable potassium. So 90 to 98% of potassium in soil are unavailable. Example in feldspar and mica. In crystalline insoluble form, hence not be or can't be used by plants. Plants are not able to use it. Weathering, some K moves to slowly available pool. So due to weathering, some K from unavailable move to slowly available. So what are number 2 is slowly available K. These are K trapped between layers of clay minerals. Found on surface of clay particles. Trapped between clay minerals. These serve as reservoir for readily available K. So this slowly available K turns itself to readily available K. Number 3 is readily available K. So these are dissolved in soil water. Second point is found on surface of clay particles. More readily available for plant growth. These are more readily available for plant growth. So this was the potassium in soil, 3 types. Hope you all understand it. Unavailable, slowly available and readily available. Now what are the strategies for improving potassium use efficiency in plants? Strategies for improving K use efficiency or potassium use efficiency in plants. First of all, increased root volume. Plants with a good high amount of root volume can efficiently use potassium. Increase efficiency of potassium uptake. Increase from soil and translocation in plants. Increase mobility of K in soil. Next point is molecular breeding of new varieties with greater K use efficiency, with greater potassium use efficiency through MAS, that is marker assisted selection. So this is how you can increase potassium use efficiency in plants. Now moving on to the next topic, that is ways to improve fertilizer use efficiency. That is not this topic is not essentially regarding to potassium, but it is general topic. We are going to cover it for all fertilizers. Ways to improve, this is also asked, very important. Ways to improve fertilizer use efficiency. So first of all, what you need to do, fertilizer scheduling must be based on soil test. Fertilizer scheduling must be based on soil test. Selection should be based on soil reaction. Selection of fertilizer should be based on soil reaction. Example, acidic fertilizers for alkaline soil. This will make them neutral. Surface application through broadcasting shouldn't be adopted. So broadcasting which is surface application shouldn't be adopted. It should not be adopted. Instead, fertilizer should be placed 3 to 4 centimeters side or below seed. This also discourages weed growth. Next point, potassium and phosphoric fertilizers should be basal placed. Why this is? Why should we place basal placement of K and P fertilizers? Because their poor mobility restrict them to place of application. Because of poor mobility, restrict them to place of application. Hence, we need to put them near the root zone so that root can readily take up. So place it near, as they are poorly mobile, they will very less mobile. So putting near root zone will enhance the root to take up these fertilizers. Home mixing of fertilizers should be in accordance to guide and apply. Home mixing should be as per the guide, and when we are home mixing the fertilizer, we need to apply them as soon as possible. Now moving to the next point, In case of heavy soil type, place half nitrogen. In case of heavy soil type, place half of nitrogen fertilizer at basal and rest at top dressed in one split only. Half at basal, place half of nitrogen fertilizer, and half nitrogen fertilizer should be top dressed in one split. In one split. In light soil, three splits of nitrogen fertilizer should be done. 1/3 nitrogen fertilizer at basal, 1/3 after 30 days of sowing, after 30 days of sowing, 30 days after sowing, and balance 1/3 after, and 1/3 after 50 to 60 days after sowing. So this is how we need to apply nitrogen fertilizer in light soil. Next point, avoid poor drainage and flooding for at least a week. Avoid poor drainage and flooding for at least 1 week after fertilizer application. After fertilizer application, acidic soil should be treated with liming material. Acidic soil should be treated with liming material whenever required. Next point, top dressing should be done. Top dressing should be done after draining water and weeding. Should be done after draining water and weeding, so that loss of nutrient is minimum. Because the weed will also take your fertilizer as you are dressing top, applying fertilizer after planting. So we need to drain water and weeding, so there is less nutrient loss. And in paddy fields, we need to put fertilizer while puddling. Put fertilizer while puddling. Why? Because this will help fertilizer to penetrate and get stored in soil. This will help fertilizer to get stored in soil for longer times for paddy fields. So deep placement of fertilizer, next point, deep placement of fertilizer along with foliar feeding of nitrogen, that is urea, through spraying of nitrogen of feeding of nitrogen, that is urea, through spraying instead of top dressing in dry lands. In dry lands we should spray urea along with foliar feeding instead of top dressing. So in dry lands we should spray urea. Moving on to next point. Addition of organic matter and green manuring done. Organic matter and green manuring should be done at least 3 to 5 years maximum. In case of flooded fields, slow release nitrogen fertilizer should be used. Slow release nitrogen fertilizer, that is, I have teased you in previous lecture, neem coated urea and sulfur coated urea, so that loss of nitrogen should be minimized. Mud balls contain urea, or you can say nitrogen, should be used in case of deep water crops, should be used in case of deep water crops, because they help in proper placement and also reduce the loss of nitrogen, because mud balls help in proper placement in deep water crops, proper placement, and also reduce loss of nitrogen from field. Appropriate plant protection measures, appropriate plant protection measures, proper tillage practices, proper tillage practices should be adopted so that plant remain healthy, should be adopted so that plant remains healthy and absorbs the applied nutrients from the field, absorbs applied nutrients. So we need to do proper tillage and proper plant protection measures, because if the plant is healthy, then only it will absorb applied nutrients. So this is how you will increase your nitrogen use, nitrogen not fertilizer use efficiency. Hope you understand it. And the next topic we will do phosphorus, efficient phosphorus use. So if you like it, please press the like button. For any queries, do comment, do share and subscribe. That's all for today. Have a nice day. Thank you.